Hi, welcome back to this video series on the 3 things your company can do to thrive through the COVID-19 virus. And now we want to talk about the second thing that we can do, and that is to show empathy to your customers. Why do you want to do that, right? It is really because I think many times we forget a very important point that Joe Girard, the greatest salesman on earth, and his point is to say that always remember that your customer is a human being. When a customer is a human being, it means that they've got feelings. And in this coronavirus period, what is it that is making your customer, who is a human being, feeling stressed or feeling upset? Right? What is the problem that is really happening that you can do to help them to solve? Now, we're not talking about the usual problems that they have that your products or services will address, but we're asking you to look at the kind of problems that they are facing brought about by the outbreak of the virus. So I want to share with you a story of 2 companies that I have personally experienced, and I want to share with you why is it so important to show empathy to your customers. Okay, so I call this a tale of 2 travel companies. The first one on your left is Expedia. Now, I think they are just wonderful because I have got so many flights lined up just before the outbreak of the virus, because February was going to be a very busy traveling month for me. And when I called them up, although yes, I understand it took a long time to get through, but their staff was so good. They did everything they can to help me to cancel those flights because of the virus. Although some had to put on hold and those things, but they were so good, so patient. They were so helpful, attentive, and patient. In one word, they were empathic. They really understood the difficulties that we were facing, and they keep apologizing to us even though it's not their fault, right? But you know what? I am now a fan of Expedia because I know that in a crisis they will do their best to help me to ensure that my arrangements are cancelled. And you know what? Some of my flights were even cancelled on the day itself, and they made sure it was done and I got my refunds back. Now compare that with Airline S. Now I don't want to say the name because it's not so nice, but this is an airline that I had a flight booked on them, not through Expedia, but directly. And guess what? No replies even after 1 month. When I first sent an email, they gave me an automated message saying they will reply after 10 days. Now, oh my God, right? If you are going to be flying in a couple of days and you need to cancel it, they are going to take 10 days to reply you. But guess what? It's more than a month. I have not heard from them. Try getting through their hotline, right? And, well, nobody picks up the phone. And their Facebook page is flooded with complaints, cries for help, as people have to cancel airlines, otherwise they get a no-show. Well, this airline doesn't care. Right? These people, maybe the airline thinks that if I don't cancel their flight, it's even better because we get to keep their money. And look at their Facebook page, it cries for help as customers get stuck with no answer. Well, I'm one of those who's still waiting for my refund after more than 5 weeks. So, now, what do you think? So this is an exact quote written on their Facebook page, and I like it because it talks about what? Empathy. Dear S Airlines Customer Service VP, S Airlines continue to ignore and project an image and reputation that you lack empathy for the customer. How would you like that to be your reputation? Right? This airline, if you know which one, I've been following them for many years, they have a reputation of just showing disdain for the customer. Now, how many people do you think will be fans of this airline after this crisis? Well, actually, if you just Google like worst airline in Asia, and there'll be so many review sites, so many people are saying they will never take this airline again. But you know what? I suspect they really don't care. So, how do you want customers to remember you after the COVID virus? Here are some things you need to do. First, put customers above policies. We all have policies in our business, but sometimes these policies need to be bent because these are not ordinary times. Our customers are facing extraordinary problems because of the virus. Help them, right? Be flexible a little bit, and this will win you fans. Second point, go out of the way to help, because people will remember you. Is there an area that you can help to make more effectively if you can commit more resources? Think about the customers, not about the resources, because if these customers see that you have helped them, they will be your fans. The last one I want to share with you on how we can show empathy is really to show a word of concern. Now, we're not just talking about business, we're learning to treat people like people, right? Make a list of your clients that are struggling through this virus or not. Send them a message of concern and offer of help. It can be anything. So I have made a list of all my clients and I send them messages, articles, just things to encourage them in this way. Some of these, they are not even my clients yet, but I think it's so important to help them to see that we look at them as people first rather than as a business. Show empathy, right? And I think this is the way that you will turn your customers into your fans, because business will surely rebound. This virus crisis is not going to last forever, and your customers are still going to be around after the crisis, and they are going to need services, and you want them to remember you. So let me tell you the story of this company called Imperial Hotel, again in Taipei City. And they asked themselves this question. They said, no, people want to eat, people want to come out, but what's their fear? And during the SARS crisis, of course, people don't want to gather in places where it's crowded. So this hotel looked at their dining hotel room, restaurant, and said, are we able to redesign the hotel restaurant into small rooms? That's why they partitioned the big hall into small rooms where small groups of people can fit in. Now, this is actually not required because it requires extra cost. And when the virus is over, you're going to take it down. But they were showing empathy. They were looking at their customer who say, we still want to eat, we still need to come out, maybe for business, but we don't want to interact with too many people. So how can this hotel show empathy? By going out of their way to do something that will help their customers. So this is one of the hotels that thrived during this crisis. And I think this is an example on how we can learn about how we can look at what we have now, policies or anything that we can change so that we can show empathy to the needs of the customers, and people will remember you after the crisis. So this is a tool that I want to share with you on how we can think through our business on how to show empathy to the customers. First of all, write down the core customer description, and this is really the needs and the fears of the customer. What do they really need? List down 5 things that customers perceive as important. Okay, and then what can we do as a company? Is our competitor doing it? Now rank the choices. Which are those that you can do and will give your customers a impact that they will remember that you care for them, or you consider their needs and you are prepared to go out of the way to help them. So this is one resource that I work with my clients to help them to find an area that they can show empathy to their customer. So here are some other resources I can share with you, and that is a tool on identifying core customer needs and fears. Maybe you need to identify these needs and fears first before you work on the tool. And I've also got resources on videos on how you can win the core customer, and I want to share these resources with you. So once again, my name is Jeremy. I'm a scaling up coach. I work with CEOs across Asia Pacific to implement scaling up to help them to grow their business. And this is a challenging times. I really believe you can also scale your business. So get in touch with us. If you want to have more videos, subscribe on our channel, YouTube, Growth Catalyst. And if you want those tools and resources, get in touch with us at grow@growthcatalyst.com.sg. One more time, grow@growthcatalyst.com.sg. Thank you very much, and see you for the next video, the last video on how we can thrive during this period of COVID virus, and that is on how you can build the team. See you again. Thank you very much. Okay.